Hello everyone, it's Christ169 coming to you live once again on Xbox Live Page. Marcus Crisis, CRISIS169. I'm PlayStation Network, Xbox Live, and my Nintendo Switch. I'm really needing to get this done here. I will get the number written down for you guys. I'll put it on here, or I'll put it on below somewhere down there. I'll put it in the comment section eventually. I'll let you guys know what my friend tag is so you can send it to my Switch. I'm actually playing to rebuttal my review. Yes, I still think All Star Mario 3D All Stars is a D-rated review for me. I am playing the Galaxy first and I've played it before. And happy to say you don't have to use a stupid little star ship on your screen. You can use a controller, and that's the good thing about it. Now the star is a pain in the ass and it does bother me, but whatever, it's doable. It's a workaround, but it does work. Now, off the topic. Before you buy any console, new console, I'm not here saying Sony's better, PlayStation's better, and Xbox better. I'm not going to go into the retarded wars of the console. I've been around since the ColecoVision and Atari 600. I'm kind of showing my age a lot there. So, what does that mean, though? What does that mean when I say before you buy? Not telling you what you can and can't buy, but telling you what you might need to look for because consoles are a little more than a month out, a couple days out before they pull the lever and they launch it onto the masses. You look for those. Usually, every console generation has their duds, their problems, their issues. 360 was a whole gigantic generation of that. The first gen, the arcade one that I bought with the detachable hard drive that I spent like $100 on. Should have bought a damn freaking 40 or 20 gig at the time. But now I wanted 120 gig, so I bought an extra one. Because now I should have bought a damn Elite. Anyway, though, I'm not thinking that far ahead. Whatever. And I was a goofball money back then. I was dumb in my young age. Like we all are. But I had mine for 2 years for one dead. And about maybe 10 Xboxes later on, they sent me one with 18 cable. I went 89. Looked good. Halo 3 awesome. Anyway, though, every problem has PS3. When first launched, had the yellow light of death. Yellow light. Every console, every new console launch always has a couple flaws in it. Doesn't matter the Vita, not turning on. iPhones coming, you get a new iPhone in the mail, it's cracked, or options not working, or it crashes, or whatever the thing may be. Technology fails, even in its when it's conceived, when it's given birth to, even when it's conceived and being thought of, and when it blows out into the world here, it's interesting to have that problem and be angry because like you spent like $700 on this thing on a phone or whatever. And I spent $381 on my phone, for example here. Cracked screen. Come to find out, it was a covering case. Also pissed off. Spent $400. Had my sister and her husband down there, and her account T-Mobile, so I paid for $30 a month everything. So, but I wanted to make because it is an expensive phone, but also, the time went into it. Family get together, we do it together. And my father was there, and my sister was there. They, had nothing to do that Saturday. They came over. So, we went up there, and that was pretty cool. So we had a little family thing going on. I went to lunch, and that's a good thing to have, family thing, unity. And that's good to have. You needed to have that. Because your family holiday nowadays. So I'm saying is, before you buy something, understand that it could be a dud you're getting hands on. I'm not saying all of them are duds. The Xbox better, PlayStation better, because PlayStation have made duds. No, PlayStation had duds. They just not broadcast loudly like the Xbox ones are. Trust me, I had duds. I had an Xbox and I had a PS5 Slim that burnt out 2 years later. It just stopped working. I had a fat, bow butt one last 7 years until laser finally didn't. I traded them in the GameStop. Of course, I got nothing more. But $80 for both of them. And I traded my my 60 in to get a PS4. Of course, I got a Vita. Why I got waited to get a PS4. But anyway, I'm moving on. So before you buy, you might want to make sure, to do research on the console you're looking to get. Like, people will debone a damn freaking phone in a second. They'll sit there and go up there and do all the specs on a computer and on their old phone, and loads somewhat half the time, and they'll get information. Console, oh, I want that one, and they'll buy it. Like, they don't understand. They gotta do research on this stuff. Because nowadays, with the Xbox One X and S, you need to know, okay, what you're getting out of the box. A console, you're getting a controller, double dir. But you gotta buy an expansion for it. $120, I call $130, $230 expansion SSD 4.0, of course, to plug in to get a to get an extra SSD, especially if you're buying the S version. So come to find out that the X version is only going to have 800 and something gigabytes usable, means the S will probably have 300, 250 to 350 usable, because 512 goes quickly when you have. You have to estimate, okay, well, it's 1 terabyte for the X, and it's 800. Let's say 800. So it's 512. Let's say it'd be 350. So after all said and done, you have 350 gigabytes. That's less than the original Xbox One S. Granted, the One S is in a damn freaking hard drive. That's slow as dirt, but you see the point. Means buying an SSD add-on or additional SD is required to play those creamy good Xbox One X games. Of course, you won't play much of the One on the One S, but you'll have a trickle few come out to be 2K enhanced. But even with the One X, you want that creamy goodness, you're going to have to, make some dollars. That's just the way it is, and that's how, companies get you now. Then PlayStation 5. We found everything out except where the hell the additional SSD storage slot is. I'm thinking it's inside buried in the console, because that's how Sony does things. They make things hard for people. They're not very simple. Sony's never made easy slot in, slot out. I don't care if it's a one-time use slot. I don't care. Put it in there and let me use it in 1 terabyte. Hell, or I'll pay $300, $400 for 2 terabyte. I don't care. Something. No, only $4, 2 terabyte. I mean 1 terabyte. Hell, I wouldn't give a crap if it's 500 gigabyte. If as long as the 4.0 does needs to do, I wouldn't care. Combined to be over 1,000. And I'll just take games and move them to my secondary one, and my secondary one will be my secondary one, and my main one will be number one, obviously. Like you're calling, like your Spider-Man games, your games like that, Spider-Man, Horizon games, Uncharted games that comes out, your Call of Duties, your Assassin's Creed, your Watch Dogs will be on my second one SSD. So it gives 1 and 2. That's how I would vary it. I wouldn't just put them all in one. Spread them out, spread love a little bit. And so A, to make sure they work, and B, it helps spread out the wear on the SSD. Even though it's just a solid state drive, I don't want to add too much on it, because I gotta add more to it, blah blah blah, and get a quick file. You probably wouldn't, but let's just play it safe. All right. So before you buy these things, you might want to look into the fact that you're gonna have to upgrade the memory at some point on both of them. Doesn't matter. You buy a proprietary one, the Xbox sells 230, or you have to become freaking Jacques Cousteau in the PlayStation side and try to become from Marco Polo and try to discover the shot in the view, or I call the SSD for PlayStation. It's probably buried in some damn thing. It'd be smarter than the bottom. You pull it out, put it in, you're done. But that's not how Sony works. Same with Nintendo. Microsoft has a little common sense, right? Making it better because their Xbox One Xbox 360 S version you can pop out the hard drive, pop up when you're done. On the arcade it was even easier, but it got corrupted easier if you moved it too much. So yeah, guys, really about it. Really, you need to look at what you're buying, what you're getting out of it, the specifications, the specs. We all know the specification by now, unless you've been living under a rock or just don't pay attention to anything. The specs are out there to see. The first tape now of the Xbox of the PlayStation 5 has been leaked by Sony or by Sony's friends or whatever you want to call it. So they've been sitting there, people have been looking at the first spec details of the PS5 looks like. I know, it looks like a router. Who cares? It plays games fast. I don't give a damn. It looks like a toaster. The fact of the matter is, as long as it plays. Hell, the Xbox looks like a small damn cooler. Honestly, I don't see anybody complaining about that. Yeah, maybe a space person. The One S looks, the One S the X Series S looks pretty much, the normal console, which you look like on the previous generation. A small box you play games on. How hard is that? Of course, Microsoft, did the One S edition and just took out the hard drive. Hell, a friend of mine bought a hard drive, put it in there, cut open the slot, and boom, he say it cost $50. Of course, it's costing about $100 for it. So it's weird, So yeah, weird about that. So, but I think it's one of those things you gotta look at for your own self. What you willing to spend, what you can afford. If you're gonna buy a 1S, please, for the love of God, no. You're gonna have to buy that expansion port, SSD. You're gonna have to, because if you don't, you're gonna have maybe 300 to 400 gigabytes, maybe less than that, gigabytes games. You may get maybe 3-4 games from the Xbox X Series S library, and the rest of them will be the lower end Xbox One games. So you might get 5, 6, or 10 of the original Xbox Series games, but the Xbox Series X and S games you may get maybe 2 or 3 of them, depending how big they are. They're saying the Call of Duty Cold War will be close to 100 or over 120, 150 gigabytes. If that's the case, then it's going to drain a lot of memory, a lot of gigs. I don't know why that they didn't come out with just 2 terabytes for both consoles. I'm still thinking, they try to pinch. And I'm still thinking that Sony and Microsoft, trying to sell us, giving away the razors to sell the blades. And these blades cost about $200 to $350. So it's expensive ass blades. So you have to look at things as they unfold. And I'm looking at things right now and thinking, before I buy something, I want to know where in the hell that damn SSD goes into that PS5. Because I want to know what kind of specs there are, what the requirement for the SSD, and what fast. I know it's a 4 hertz, a 4. A number 4. Well, gee whiz, how many 4s are out there SSD wise? SSD was 2 terabytes. No bigger than your next finger or your pinky. They ain't gonna fit in a PS5 unless there's a little adapter you put on it. And even then, I wouldn't do that because it'd be too small. That's something you probably put in your hopefully a Switch maybe one day. Switch 3 or 4 maybe have a 2-3 terabyte internal hard drive. Of course, this is Nintendo. They'll go maybe 250, 300, or 100 gigabyte. They'll go cheaply and have you spend that extra money on those little SSD and little zip drive things. So I'm thinking, guys, along the lines of waiting to find out when and how much do you think it'll cost. We all know it's $250, $230 right now for the Xbox 1 terabyte. But yes, cheaper ones will come out. We don't want to buy one from Crack Out Back Joe. I had a freaking Val Crack Rock if you need it. Here you go. Here's your SSD card. No. I want to buy something not Not Walmart, Best Buy, but new A is expensive. Best Buy, Walmart, GameStop are free too as well. Hell, keeping the business rolling for a lot longer. So some add-on accessories. Um, so I keep doing, keep them in the game a little longer. But I think, if I'll probably call my sister or my brother over, and my brother-in-law over, have them come over and put it in for me. Hopefully, nothing more. Just pop it in there, and the all the systems should be saved on the first one, and I just use the second one as make a format maybe, and just use it as that. But I'm thinking, now if I'm adding one, shouldn't be that hard to do. But I'll probably call my brother-in-law and sister over. Hey, you come do this for me. Pay them about $100 or whatever, $50, whatever it is. Come over and do it for me because I don't like doing it myself. I like breaking this $500 console or $300 console myself. No, no. If I get the digital one, I'll have to buy an expensive SSD anyway. This is for me personally. But even if I buy the physical one, I'll still buy it. I have a lot of game PlayStation that will come over. Assassin's Creed Unity, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, Assassin's Creed 3 Remastered, Call of Duty 4 Remastered. So I have a lot of games digitally I can move over, and of course, Call of Duty 4 is on PlayStation Plus. So I would be happy playing that again. Of course, then again, I'm playing the new Call of Duty comes out. But I would like to see where in the world is, where in the hell is the SSD card, because I want to know what I'm getting into. SD slot, I mean. Is it like this, popping like this and standing up, or it's laying down, is it on the side probably? Or like a little box you buy, you slide it into the back, just like the Xbox. Not with Sony. Give me some weird configuration crap. Now, it's probably more designed for PC nerds, and of course, that's the case. I'll call my sister and my brother-in-law over. They pop it in for paying like 50 to 100 bucks, like I said. Because I don't feel like having to do it myself. I feel like I have to break it down. I'm not a very patient person when it comes to stuff like this. But we'll find out. If it's like an open slot pop there and you pop it in and boom, you have it in there and you press a button and it syncs it. Hey, life's good. If you buy Sony one for a couple of $300 fine, whatever. I would buy it. Only they don't have a Sony store anymore. They don't have a Sony store in the mall anymore. And I don't think they do anymore. But they did. Now I'm gonna go up there and buy one from them. They have it stock, buy it. But like I said, guys, see, you gotta know all these things because you're spending $300, $200, $400, $500. That $299 Xbox now costs a little $500 now. So if you add the SSD, and you're gonna have to. Same with the Xbox. Same thing with the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox X Series. This is gonna cost more than $500. So I was right when saying it cost about $700. Just I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how right I was. But no, technically right. Technically right and wrong. But it's still W in my own. Check mark W in my area because I was right about it, and I knew they were gonna sell us the blades. They're gonna sell us the razor. They'll give us a razor to sell the blades, and these blades cost about $300, $250, $300. So happy shaving with that. That when we're using the console that has a SSD, especially if you are in, buying a digital model of an Xbox, that this thing is going to cost just as much as your SSD, your Xbox is going to cost. And that's something you have to look into as well. Are you going to buy a digital one? I know that. Now, if you're a digital fanboy, are you really going to go buy a digital console knowing it's going to cost just as much to buy an SSD? Where if you trinkle $100, $50, $200 more, you get a 1 terabyte. You get a 1 terabyte console. You get a 1 terabyte console with 800 more, about 300, 400 more gigabytes. And you still have to buy the extended one anyway. So is it cheaper to go that route or not? Once again, leave in comments below. Do you feel as this turns you off to digital craze, knowing that the Xbox One X will have about 300 to 400 gigabytes of storage, maybe less than that, compared to the PS5 digital will have 600, same as the physical one, because it's the exact same power. The only difference is missing the disk drive. Made me feel kind of jaded or cheap that you're like, you know what, I'm buying a console that's not really next gen anymore, except it has ray tracing in it. What good is that if I don't have the right SSD configuration or card to run it? So I think right there is the biggest problem a lot of people are going to face on both sides. Good thing on PlayStation side, I mean, it's so much confusion because Sony is going to pooch on this at tremendous amounts of pace. They're going to find it in every way they can to blow themselves in the foot, then blow the brains out at the same time. Say, you know what, you got to buy this, this, and this, but it's only available at this location. They have so much stock involved, and boom, it's gone. So the hoarders are going to buy it. They're going to sell it for like $1,000, 1,000% more. You know, the other thing to agree, because the hoarders going to get little hands on it. Oh, $1,000 for this. But you can go to hell. You can go to hell, Mr. Hoarder. But people are stupid enough they'll buy it. Hell, and they bought a Switch for $600 off eBay. They bought a PlayStation for $2,000. People are stupid. You give them money, they're stupid. We've all been stupid. I've been stupid. But almost, I'll be 39 here on November 3rd, so a little more than a month away. And I'll be 1 year away from 40. And I think I'm aged pretty well. I mean, aged mentally pretty well. I know, and financially wise as well, too well. Understanding, what I need to do. And that's what I think I need to do. Is understand what's going on in the world of gaming and electronics. That everything you buy will be outdated eventually. That's the way it is, folks. If you don't like it, I don't know what to tell you. I think right there the biggest thing there. A lot of people are going to be misconstrued about the PlayStation 5. They're going to buy anything they can, shove it in, it ain't going to work. The jam in it breaks it, avoid the warranty. They're going to firebomb Sony. I'll try to do anyway. It's weird stuff. And I'm not saying do that. No, don't do it at all. What I'm saying is, though, once again, before you buy, know what the hell you are buying. You're not buying a wristwatch phone. You're not buying a Google phone. You're not buying a computer. You're buying a game console that plays games. This is games. How this is, I don't know. What the hell do you like it? This is games. It's buying games. You're not buying a car. You're not buying a watch. You're not buying a phone. You're buying a game console. It's different than those things. You have to know what you're getting into in this new generation of gaming. If you do not know what you're going to buy and what you're going to need to buy with, you're going to be going like this, like, help me. I have a PS5, but I don't know. Do I need the extended warranty? And extended warranty, you buy extended warranty. Do I need the extended SSD? You need one of those. What else? If you're a tool, you go to Best Buy, and they'll gladly lead you down the criminal path of going to bankruptcy because they will gladly tell you, oh, you need this Tony $4,000 phone, $4,000 TV to play that PS5. Hell, you do. What you need is a good TV, 1080p, 4K verbally. You play it. See, don't fool for people. Don't be a blind, deaf, and dumb. Don't be blind leading the blind here. Because they become hypers, and they will say you, and they'll lead you down the criminal path of bankruptcy for little Johnny's gift. What time was PS5? Oh, great, yeah, you have TV for you, yeah, you're selling TV for $1,000. Make good, make better, and maybe it does. But I'm thinking, hell, you buy a Jesus TV or a JVC TV, 1080p, 4K, 120, 240, you're fine. Then you buy a monitor, 32-inch monitor, and plop it in there. Who cares? You have to know these things before you buy this stuff. Hello, people out there in the real world. You have to know this stuff, Grandma, Grandpa. You have to know this stuff. If you don't know this stuff, you're gonna look stupid when you're out there walking around Best Buy and GameStop, and then GameStop going off. They'll sell you an old game so you can't play on because that's what they do, sell you the games. They don't care. They'll sell you with PS4 games as well. Or the PS4 games you can buy to it too as well, Okay, I'll take that too. Johnny may not have those games, and they may work on the placement, but hey, it's cool. But you gotta be smart about it. Okay, well, Johnny needs PS5 for Christmas. Yeah, Santa Claus about it. He needs, an SSD upgrade. I'm gonna get that for him. We also need some games for it. Oh yeah, the old Watchdog games. The old PS4 games look good on it. I'm gonna go check online and see what games work on that thing. And let's run down. Okay, all of them work except Hello Kitty Cruisers. Of course, that's only on the Switch, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm gonna buy him that. I'll buy him the Call of Duty he likes, and he'll play with his friends, his cousins online. He's 13, 14 years old, whatever. He's a teenager, so they play that stuff. Um, I ain't gonna buy him Doom. He's not ready for that. The Doom going on Xbox anyway right now. Will be. Um, you're going to list games that he wants and games you look at. You understand what people want for Christmas and want for birthdays and what you want as a consumer. You have to be smart about this. You can't be going third. Hey, Best Buy, sell me stuff. They will gladly sell it. You will leave with a PS5, a PC, 4 TVs, a refrigerator, and a washer and dryer if you let them. If you're that stupid, by all means, give me the money because I need it. Because obviously you ain't very financial profit and financial savvy. And so retail, I've been retail for a long time. I worked in the store for 13 years. I've seen people sell cups for a woman in white gloves. I only need a 2x4. I don't know. You need a 2x3, 2x10 for this one. Oh, okay. And they'll buy it, have it cut, charge more money, even though they don't need it, but it would work. 2x4 works just fine. People are gullible if you get them in there. That's why I'm always focusing laser sight on what I want. Yes, I do want the SSD card slot, but if I can't get it right now, PS5 digital or PS5 physical. I'm looking up now. They're both the exact same thing. One has digital, one has a disc, one does not. Do I buy the one with the disc or the disc version? Now, disc version will take more gigabytes to download that game. The disc version may not. So, I'll go with the disc version. Okay, they don't have one. Okay, I still want one. I'll buy a digital one. I have to go buy an SSD. Yo, sister and brother-in-law can put this in for me. See, the time to do so. That's all you gotta do. See, I'm a very, and I think in my head, I thought about that for 30 seconds. You gotta think. People were duped in buying an Xbox One X. Thought it was a brand new console. Came in, they might already have one, or they might have a One S. Granted, the One X is not a bad console. I think it's a good console to have. Good mid-range Xbox console to have. It's still powerful, more powerful in the next 30 days or so. Then after that, it becomes obsolete. But if you get one, hey, have fun with it. I like mine. But see, I don't be picky. I upgraded my Xbox Christmas, and I'm upgrading my PS4 to PS5. I upgrade a new one every couple years. Use the Xbox PlayStation first, then the second one's last. One PlayStation. It's last. Usually it's first, because I'm a PlayStation guy more and more. But I will buy an Xbox. I already have an Xbox, but I was buying an Xbox eventually. Like I bought the digital one. Like I bought the Xbox One base model without Connect, $399. I went in the GameStop and pre-ordered it right then and there. It came in, I picked it up, walked out of there. I had games. I had again, Dead Rising 3. I had Titanfall. I had Rise. So on a headset. Had a great time with that console. And then when I got the One X, I gave it to my father, my old Xbox in his house, and he played with me. He likes it. So I got used to stuff like that, and I did, and I have no problem with that because I learned to appreciate what I have, but also learned to understand when I'm buying something new. I have to sit there and make judgment calls. Do I need that SSD? You will need it, but you also want to know make sure what kind of games you're getting, and also what kind of services you want. Xbox Live Ultimate or PlayStation Now Plus. I'm thinking if you want games and service, Xbox hands down. I would say go buy a One X and call it a day. But if you want game service, a One X would probably be the best one to get. X Series X, because it would be top of the line console. You get the creamy goodness of all that. If you want just a cheap machine that plays Xbox games when they come out only, One S would be good. If you want to play the multiple game like Watch Dogs Legion, Assassin's Creed, vanilla. You want to get the One X. You can play them on the One S. Once again, the SSD size. There's no hard drive in there, so it's only an SSD. So you only have enough room for so many games. So you're gonna have to understand that a lot, and I think you have to understand. So once you do that, once you understand that, once you get that, you are fine. Once you get that and understand that, you have to understand the games you're buying, console you're buying. I mean, your friends playing this console is good. But if you're tired of Halo and Call of Duty, you're tired of Halo and Gears of War, you want to try something different, PlayStation's not that in that. But you have what your friends are. So this depends, like I said, before you buy, really examine what you're getting into. Because this console game here is going to be expensive. Games cost $70. They're almost like a Nintendo tax practically. So you're going to spend about 70, 75, 70, almost $80 per game. $90 in the on the deluxe games. Now, if more people buy digital games, but the game price go down? Probably not. They'll probably stay the same. I know Ubisoft ain't gonna raise their prices after the first year, so you have some relief there. You have a little relief for your pocketbook. You buy Assassin's Creed and Watch Dogs created by Soft 2. It'll be only like $60, $59. But then again, if you go to Walmart, you can have it for probably $59. There's $10 cheaper at Walmart. Some games are. So that being said, though, I would highly, for the next 30 days, folks, all of you, myself included too, as well in this. Sit down, watch this stuff, read this stuff, understand what you're getting into, understand what you're buying, understand what you're going to be forced to pay game-wise, to make a determination of what you want. I say real gamers buy both consoles. This generation, you might not can't afford both consoles, and I understand that. I have an Xbox and I have a PlayStation 5. You make only 4 a PlayStation or an Xbox. Buy what you think is right in your heart and in your mind. You have friends play Xbox? You have friends play PlayStation? Who do you hang out with more? PlayStation friends or Xbox friends? If you got an Xbox One S Sad Edition or a One X or an Xbox original, and you don't mind playing the games like that on there, who cares? Get PS5. Now you got a PlayStation Pro and an Xbox that's older. buy the Xbox One X or buy the One X. It's what you want and what you need to do for yourself. I can't buy it for you, and I won't buy it for you because we are responsible for our own money. And but I feel like it's understandable that way to have doubts. I have doubts, but I'm gonna trade in my PS4 probably GameStop if this go to, and get the most money for it, and get as much cash I can out of it, and get as much cash I can out of that system and of that console I have, and when I do that, it'd be all right. I get about 80 or 100 bucks off it. I can trade it towards that, or do it when it comes out. Have a couple left over, go in there and trade it in, get the money off it, and pay the rest, and then have a new PS5 from home with it. But that's what I got, guys. You have to look at. It's all up to you. You and Lee, you alone. You might get a PS4, an old one, it may not work, and then, hey, we'll give you 100 bucks for it if you trade it over to the Xbox One X series. We do it all the time. I saw it in GameStop. Does it all the time. But not all the time, but they've done that every year for a while. It's trading credit only practically, but you know what? It's better than nothing. If your eye's on that Xbox One X series or that PS5, you're gonna have to let it go. If you get 100 bucks toward it, heck, who cares, right? But that's me though. That's me. Once again, guys, this is my video. Please like and subscribe down below while you're down there. Comment down below while you're down there. Like, subscribe, and occasionally ring the bell. Share this video with all your friends, all your family. Let them know, hey, I'm out there. I appreciate you guys' help on my channel. I love all you guys. But there's days where I wish I had a bigger channel, but I'm not going to be because I work and I don't do this all the time. I'm not anybody who does this all the time. If you do this all the time, God bless you. But I'll see you guys later. Peace out. Once again, before you buy, this is Christ 169. Peace, love. See you guys later. Peace out.